Okay.
There we go. She's a runner.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
TP almost smacked.
Dubs in the chat. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a great week. These are the best moments from the streams throughout the week. So from all the highlights from Monday to Friday will be clipped and put into this video. If you guys want to know more and you guys want to watch more, you guys can then tune into the streams every morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern. All right, I'll catch you guys in the video. Peace.
Quick chat.
A resistance form right here off of 30. Some ranges here. You have clean traffic pushing up here. Yeah, you need a bond wick here, chat. Like Andre just said. 30 has no bond wick here. We did close above. I would consider this a close above. We closed above the most recent resistance, which is right here, and also the previous resistance as well. This overall range in general. So first, once you get a decent wick here, let's say you come down, like there it is. Once you re-break these highs here, high probability we could look to come up once you flip here. I'm gonna use the current count stops actually with the buy stop right here on the break of the highs and risking 8 pips here with the current count stops instead of the previous count lows, because the 30-minute close above here, chat. So instead of entering on the flip, I'm gonna enter on the break of the previous count of highs with the fact that we closed above. All right, perfect. Yeah, I got activated here, chat. So I in a buy here, got in a buy here, got a buy stop here with the fact that the 30-minute candle closed above the range. My stop loss is going to be the current count stops for around 9 pips. Not using the previous count stops, because previous count stops would be way too big for 23 pips. It wouldn't be a 1-to-1. Using the current count stops, price should not break this low here if it wants to drive up. If you break that low, then price may continue back down in the range or come down to make a steeper bottom wick. But I am not going to be in it for that. All right, so also got activated here. Stop loss is 9 pips for a TP of 18 pips. Regarding managing positions here, I would say you have a minor level of resistance right around here. I'll probably move my stops to break even as you come up to tap that level, which would be around 6-7 pips in profit. All right, and then risk free until the rest. So same thing we did this morning for the GJ cells. We broke those highs. This is now clean traffic category territory until this resistance here at 152, like 9:30ish. This is clean traffic.
Oh yeah, we did. We broke those 4-hour highs.
Broke those 4-hour highs. You got 7 pips. Oh, if you enter on the flip, you got 7 pips, right? Oh, there it is. Moving my stops to break even, chat, making this a risk-free trade now.
Good job,
6-7 pips in profit. Now we are.
You did great,
We all
chat.
did the same noise at the same time. We all
Ooh, nice. Let's see if we get 10 pips though, man. Let's lock in the 10 pips.
That was funny.
I just want to play a sound. My hands are just there for it.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Come on, like
Gonna lock in half my positions here, chat. There it is.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. She's a runner.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
TP almost smacked.
Dubs in the chat. There. Oh, circle effects. Nice. Gonna close my full positions here at 15 pips, chat. Gonna close full positions here at 15 pips here. Wow, let's go. W.
Big fat dubs.
W.
I need to see chat.
W, chat.
Yes, chat.
Chat.
Spam the dubs.
Spam the
Yo,
dubs.
keep spamming. This is for Instagram, chat. Let's keep spamming. W trade, chat. Well thought out, well broken down, well managed. I think it was still T.
Fire, fire, fire. I close full of 10.
Change the background music.
13.
I wanna, but W, chat. How'd you guys do? You guys close full? I closed full at 15 when Andre did too. Yeah.
I think I got 12. 12 or 13. I don't know.
Chat. Nothing was different from this trade here. I moved my stops breaking at 6 pips again. All right. Although the first time I hit break even and I came down to 10 pips, I didn't change my plan. I stuck to the same plan and worked out fine. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys here. Always stick to your plan regardless of the outcome. Long term, stick to your long term plans all the time. W trade, bro.
Fire, fire.
What's your perception of a conservative trader, CTRL? I think conservative goes a long way. It depends on what your style of trading is, right? So it all depends on you at the end of the day and what you're comfortable with. And how do you find comfort? You find that through backtesting, which is sample sizing, right? Sample sizings, you take and recognize or find ways to recognize the same trade entries, the same trade setups over and over again. And you want to backtest those trades to see how often it plays out, right? And that's how I came up with my playbook. My playbook consists of 4 trades, 4 trade setups, and maybe 4 trade entries. But that all came from sample sizing, that all came from back testing, and it all comes back to comfort. So whatever your setups are, your entries are, you want to stick to that, stick to those trades only, stick to that plan. And that's what I'll consider a conservative trader, because you're not just guessing and predicting, you're more so going off of what you see in the past. And that takes a lot of work, especially this takes the longest. And the sad part is that traders usually quit before they understand this part. Sample sizing. This is very like, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of losses and a lot of experience. What changed for you after blowing 20 accounts? Everything. Everything. I understood this. I think I sent a message to somebody on Instagram yesterday because somebody asked me about this as well. I sent them a voice memo. I want to save it because it's actually a really good point I made. I can't find it. Oh, there he goes. I said the number one thing for me that changed the most was celebrating on wins I wouldn't be able to replicate again in the future. Which means when I won in the past, I wouldn't be able to actually even to catch the same position again. And that's why I stress it so much now. I always say do the same shit every day over and over again, because yes, when you're starting off as a trader, you will win. And yes, not all wins are good wins, right? But especially when you're new, you don't really know what you're doing yet. And that's why sometimes you win, you celebrate, but it's a celebration that you can never celebrate again, because you're not gonna catch that same move again. Each time you take a position, it's gonna be a constant round trade. And that's the reason why I lost a lot when growing as a trader, because I couldn't really find that sample size for me. So that's why I do what I do now. Like, that's why I just, love the way we trade now, because it's all like set. It's like, if you go on an Instagram page, there's so many trades that are similar. Like, nothing is like wild bird, wick entry or block stuff. It's just like one simple thing for one simple type of strategy. Same setup, same plays, same entries, right? So I think that's what helping the most. I blame enough myself why I asked. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people blew accounts too. Like, it's part of the process. Like, that's where you learn. But it sucks when you give up. People give up after they blow a certain amount of accounts, and that's when you fumble the bag for good. Like, you fumble the bag. You put all that work in, all that time, and now you're just like, fuck it. It's not working for me. I'm gonna give up. Like, come to the streams, therapy every morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern. You should be good. But I'm looking for positions in your chat, especially if we close above this range here. I know Andre sees it too. Above this range here, above that resistance on 30 here, if you get closure above there, then I'm looking for buys. I'm using the how big are stops? I didn't measure yet. I don't want to measure yet. Hold on. For a price to continue up here towards this range here, and perhaps TP up here for runners positions. I am bullish today for obviously gold here. So now I'm gonna measure how big the stop loss is and figure out if I'm gonna be in or not. And 30 pips, that's not bad actually. That's not bad. 30 pips, 32 pips stop loss around that range. Might consider half risk for a TP of like 60 pips or minimum 27 pips. Because this is a range, right? If this is your range here, chat, then as you're at support and you close bullish, high chance since you're at the bottom of the range, you can anticipate price to retest the high or retest the top of the range, which is up here at 1828.71. Chat, I want this candle to close here above this resistance, and then I also want a lower wick to be formed on the next candle low. Stop loss is looking like it's gonna be on average, or looks like it's gonna be around a 29 pip stop loss for a TP of 30 pips on first TP, or overall, unless you have a runner, it's gonna be a 60 pip TP. So I'm not sure what you want to do with that trade here, but I am very interested in positions here. I need a bottom wick first, then once I get the bottom wick, I'll be in a position. All right, I'm gonna enter a position here, chat, right here for buys going up. As we get that lower wick, stop loss is 34 pips. TP is up here for 61 pips. Yeah, we have about 5 minutes left for a 15-minute closure. If we close bearish here in 5 minutes, I'm gonna look to close half of my positions. If we close below 1823, however, if we close below here, I'll look to close the whole entire position, because then we'll be breaking that support and price should continue down towards 1820, right? So there's no buys. But as of right now, can't really manage risk or anything, unless it's an emotional one, right? And you don't want to do emotional ones. Again, we talk about all the time. We had to wait for this 15-minute close first to see how we want to manage risk. 15 broke the lows. I closed half of my positions here, chat, with 28 pip stop, and then got another half run still. So the only thing that's keeping me held in this trade still is the 30-minute still respecting purchase count lows. We obviously came down very close to it, came down like 5 pips away from it, but we never broke the lows. Therefore, the trade is still valid. Let's see, we have 8 minutes left. Price is pushing up. If it re-breaks the highs for 6 to 7 pips, I'm gonna get out at I'm gonna move my stops to break even, and potentially gonna close half at 10 still. And yes, chat, I'm still gonna close half at 10, even though I already closed my positions. Up there it is, moving my stops to break even stream, making that a risk-free trade. That was the plan all day long. So risk-free, I'm gonna close half my positions at 10 pips, and then leave a runner. Actually got 9 here, but actually close my positions out here with a 9 pip, close half my positions with 9 pips, and then let the rest run. So not the cleanest trade here, but it still made sense. And this is why you don't close with emotions. This is the number one reason. This is a perfect example of it. Like, a lot of people had emotions. A lot of people say close now, close full, price is pushing down. Don't feel, don't think, just see and wait for these things to happen. Like, it all comes back to good versus bad habits at the end of the day. And all we did today was follow our good habits. That's all. Trade would hit stop loss. This trade, I would have done nothing different. Oh, break even anyways. There's trade. Yep. Yeah, so earlier when I was talking, I said we had to survive that and that thing right there, the new 30-minute candle low, and obviously we didn't survive. But yep, I'll just trade here, guys. That was a good trade. That comes back to probably doing the same thing every day, and then basing everything you do off of probability and sample sizing. Like, you know, I've been in plenty of situations where I've gotten the same trade and prices came down, and I hit my break even, call it a trade, move on. Wait for the same exact opportunity to show again in the future, take the same trade, manage risk the same exact way, move stocks to break even at those minor levels of support, and let the trader run risk free after. Close half at 10, right? In this case, like, it just didn't play out exactly as planned, but you still manage risk, you still hit break even. It was like it was a loss. So that was technically a win in your books, because now with that price tapping that minor support, price may still flip bullish here, may continue back up, back into the range.